Welcome everybody to our little Monday night football talk with Levi at Darwin's Raven. How you doing, man? How was your weekend?
It's a it's another weekend, right? But
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here. How you been doing, Joe?
Oh, freaking living the dream. Yeah. Well, I guess there's a bit of Seahawks news I want to talk about. But what's up, soy
Ooh.
sauce? Um,
Hey, what's up, Soy?
there's just a little bit of Seahawk news I want to talk about before we get into anything. We took away the franchise or not franchise tag. What's it called? You place a tender on a restricted free agent. I guess
Oh
we took
yeah, placed a tender. You're issued a tender. Yeah.
yeah, we rescinded it on Ryan Neal, which kind of sucks. But I think I've talked about this before. We have four safeties on the team, four
Mhm.
starting caliber safeties on the team, so you can't really roll with that. And maybe he'll end up back, but
I have a feeling draft wise, y'all, something's gonna fall into your lap too in that regards.
I wouldn't I wouldn't really blame him if he tried to even just go somewhere to get a starting job because we're kind of loaded right now. So if that's what he
Mhm.
needs to do, just to even start. So,
Yeah,
but
and of course,
anyway,
all those first safeties have kind of landed, so he kind of knows the market now.
yeah, and it kind of sucks too. We kind of screwed him over in that regard when it comes to cutting
Might
him.
have, might have, honestly.
But yeah, man. Any news on the Lamar front or anything? Same old, same old.
I feel like everything I've heard is BS. I saw some BS report that said he's not seeking a fully guaranteed deal, but he wanted more guaranteed meal or money than Deshaun, which I was like, I don't know. Supposedly the Ravens are extremely interested still in bringing Lamar back. Like we talked about, I'm not 100% sure, but we might have the date coming up soon for basically a deadline to issue offer sheets to
Yeah,
these franchise tag players.
I think it was a couple days before the draft.
Yeah, I believe the 21st, if I remember correctly. I'm not not 100% sure on that. But I don't know, man. I'm telling you, the Calais Campbell signing in Atlanta, Calais wants a ring. Well, don't get me wrong, Ritter, I think, is showed a lot of really good potential. Is Ritter the guy that gets you a Super Bowl for the Falcons? It makes me think that they have a plan in place.
Hmm.
And maybe they wait till the last minute on the 21st to do it, so there's not time to think about it potentially. Because if they issued it right, say Atlanta approached Baltimore right now, Baltimore would have time till the 21st to match it. Where, if my understanding, if there is a deadline, maybe Baltimore only has like 24 hours potentially after it comes in. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And basically Atlanta gets their guy. I don't know. It just the Calais Campbell to Atlanta thing I didn't expect. Like I did to a degree if Lamar went there, because Calais and Lamar, dude, they love each other. They're young rook and 6'7" monster that is Calais. 6'9" maybe. I don't even know.
Yeah, no, I didn't really think much of it, obviously, because I'm not very connected. But yeah, now that you say that, it makes total sense that.
Because that's all Calais wants is a ring.
Oh, hey, what up, Ryan? Um,
But if
but
it's not
yeah,
Lamar, who is it?
yeah, no, I was thinking, like I said, I didn't think much of it. I think Atlanta would. I think we've been kind of saying Atlanta this whole time. I think we're kind
It's
of,
always been in the works a little bit, but
and especially between now and the draft or now and the 21st, we're kind of a sit and wait
yeah.
type thing. Everybody's talking about the draft, so
Mhm. And I mean,
we'll,
Baltimore is going to get left out of those top tier quarterbacks in this draft.
yeah, and then I don't know, unless they do the Lamar trade on draft
Even
day.
if they did, that's what, pick 8. I mean, still, there's no. I don't think after watching everything, Richardson would be there. But in my opinion, like we talked a little bit about earlier on Twitter, I watched Richardson. Maybe low round first quarterback, but
Yeah, but teams are quarterback needy, and I think that's what's going to happen.
And that is that's why I say low round quarterback. I can see him kind of falling to the end of the first and someone jumping back up there. I'm going to tell you right now, even though we're not doing trades right now, Baltimore is going to be looking to, especially if I don't know, it's going to be so interesting with Lamar because again, we only have 5 picks. We need more picks.
Yeah, it seems like they kind of Lamar and the Ravens are both kind of screwing each other over right now. But I mean,
Mm,
it's not like even one side's worse than the other. Like it's
mhm.
both just like, dude, either get something done or don't. You know.
And that's the thing, waiting so long to get all of this done, we've lost out on a lot of other free that the guys because if Lamar signed a long-term deal, his first year could have been cap friendly with a lot of guaranteed money. So the cap hit wouldn't been that terrible,
Hmm.
basically, and we could have used that money to go get like DeAndre much easier, and keep Calais. Losing Calais is going to hurt a lot. Like we've got some really good young guys, like 3 good young guys, honestly.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Calais is he's a leader. I love that dude.
Yeah, it sucks when you lose a big guy like that, locker room guy.
If Lamar goes to the Colts, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Give us a first round pick. You think they get Anthony Richardson?
Ah, man. With that high of a pick, I don't want Anthony Richardson. I hate to
I
be
think
that
he's gonna
person.
go that high though. I really do.
God, he might. Dude, I'm telling you. So when I watched the tape, like, hold on, I've got like pages of notes here on this. Like, no, go to the other page. So, dude, it was kind of funny. So if you actually look at it, Bryce Young, Levis, Richardson, and of course Stroud all played Georgia between 21 and 2022. So Georgia defense basically became my tell-to line because even in 2021 they were still a really good defense. They were
No,
number
they're
one.
awesome in 21.
So
Yeah.
it honestly became a really easy grading tool that all of these top level quarterbacks had played in. And I'm telling you, out of all the quarterbacks that I watched, no one was running for his life harder than Richardson.
Well, and that's not really necessarily his fault though, right?
But
That's
there's a few. He had a beautiful pocket, and he just sails the ball. I wanted to figure out some joke because he sails so many balls. I was like, yo, man needs to be in like a yacht club or something because bro, I'm telling you, that's his problem. But one characteristic that he has that I like is when he misses someone, usually he misses them high and wide outside. So it's like your guy gets it or nobody does, which
yeah.
is a good trait.
Yeah, but a lot of the times nobody is getting it right.
I
So
can't take him top 5. I could take him maybe at the bottom of the first round.
I think somebody will take him top 10. I just hope it's not us.
I know there's been a lot of talk about that.
He's a good
Hooker.
guy.
I'd rather have Hooker.
He's yeah, don't even get me started on that.
Now, Exotic brings up a good point. When I was doing the study, like, man, the wide receivers, I was trying to do so much research to figure out how, like, the depth and how good the wide receiver core was supposed to be. Richardson didn't really have a lot to work with, but like I said, a lot of it was also him sailing, like, it was footwork issues, is what it is.
Mhm.
If you clean it up, oh, bro, he's right there, top 5 potential. But like case in point, when I watched Levis play, dude, in one game against Georgia, his wide receivers dropped so many balls. I was like, this game actually could have been close. Like Kentucky could have upset Georgia in that game if his wide receivers could have had any hands. Like,
Yeah, no, I
and that solidified me Levis like actually as
I
one of
don't
my
know. I
favorite.
saw probably one of the worst mock drafts I've ever seen. Top 5. Have you seen that Mike Tannenbaum's? He used to be a GM
Oh
in the
yeah, I was about to
NFL.
say Tannenbaum. What didn't he GM for the Jets for a while, or was it
Yeah.
Packers?
No, I think it was the
Okay.
Jets. So, anyways, it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So obviously he had Stroud and Young number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, yeah.
He had the Colts trading up to number 3, and with that taking Will Anderson Jr., the edge rusher. And then he had the Cardinals at number 4 take Will Levis. And then I swear to God, it's like it was a joke or something. And I don't know if it was on April 1st or not, but it probably should have been. I'll look it up right now.
I was about to say, man, like, and it's one of those ones I hate. And I know we've seen it, and I get some of the logic, but the idea of trading one pick back, and usually, like, it's way too much. Like, and like I get it because I follow draft trade charts and stuff like that, and just I don't know. And I agree. Exotic said that's why it's so hard to judge QBs that have no wide receivers. Like I said, Richardson was running for his life. You could see in the Levy's game tape versus Georgia in 2021 when they were ranked number 1 and number 11. The game plan was to get the ball out of Levy's hand quick. And like you could see it the entire time. It looked good. Like I said, Levy was honestly like when I watched the tape, I didn't have many negative notes, to be honest with you. I was like, this was a different game if his guys caught the ball. Like, of course, I saw Stroud's tape. Stroud looked good. Stroud looked so good on that tape. Like, I don't know, man. Something. Wonder how big his hands are. I feel like just watching his tape, he's got monstrous hands.
Stroud.
Hey, what's up, Corey? Yeah.
Oh, hey, Corey, what's happening? Everybody, if you're not following Corey, go ahead and do that. He does an awesome trivia show on Thursday. And also, if you're not following Ryan at No Border Sports, go ahead and give him a follow too. He does call-in shows on Fridays. We do a show together on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
He does it. He does all sorts of stuff. So
I was at No Border Sports right before we started watching their stream.
But yeah, no, this guy has Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, and then I could have swore he had the Colts trading up to number 3
for Will Anderson.
Yeah, but anyways, he has Will Levis going to the Colts at 4 on this one. Then he has Hendon Hooker going 5th overall to the Seahawks.
All right, yeah, that's a April Fool's prank. Gotta be like
it wasn't though. It wasn't. Okay.
Oh my god.
And then he has Anthony Richardson going 11. I mean, it just
like I said, Anthony Richardson, I see the potential. So when I watched Richardson, I was like, man, it's clear he's just like outmatched. So I actually, for Richardson, also went and watched his Tennessee tape. I figured that would be a pretty decent tape to watch. And again, it's one of those ones. I saw the potential. I love what I saw, but my God, does he sail way too many balls to be that guy? You know what I'm saying?
No, I think he's got to be a guy that'll sit behind the quarterback for 1 or 2 years. I think that'll be the best thing.
I think it really would. Like,
but
I mean,
yeah,
I think a popular pick.
Oh, sorry. This guy has Jalen Carter falling all the way down to 18, which kind of makes sense. I could see him falling on draft day because everyone's worried about him. But I mean, he's the only guy that's doing that, and it's like, what is this guy on, man?
Literally, like, I don't think I could see him falling that far. Y'all have 2 first-round picks, don't you?
Yeah, 5 and 20. So I was thinking we'll do a mock draft here, and then I'll do the odd numbers, and you can do the even numbers.
Heard. I was just looking on the PFF thing. I was like, bro, where all of a sudden, like, I noticed some picks are missing. Like, I was looking 17, I see Steelers. I'm like, where the hell is 18?
Oh, yeah, that's because another team has it. I'll show you.
Gotcha.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Show.
I've got it pulled up on mine, too. You're fine. I'm excited. I actually haven't really done one yet, so I'm going to do this straight live. Like,
that's what I'm doing, too, man. So I figured.
Welcome WWE, by the way.
What?
In chat, WWE and AEW fans.
Oh, WWE fan. How do you feel about the sale of WWE today? I saw that. Usually I don't pay too much attention to WWE, but
I grew up a wrestling fan, and then I dropped out of it. I grew up a Goldberg fan. Does that say anything?
That sucks.
And I did love Rey Mysterio, though. Love me some Rey Mysterio.
So I figured since the Seahawks are at 5, I'll do the odd numbers.
Okay.
And then I think what are the Ravens at? 22. So you can do the even numbers, except for I'll do 20 for the Seahawks, and then you can do 21.
Yeah. Okay.
If that works out.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
So all right. You ready to start this or anything else?
I think I'm good to start, man. Like I'm excited to see which direction you go on some of these picks.
All right. Yeah, and we're not gonna do any trades, obviously. It
Yeah.
just makes it
Yeah.
kind of a
I
hassle.
maybe closer to the draft, maybe we'll do one with trades. Because I would
Mhm.
love to do some, but it kills me because I also know if we don't trade Lamar, we have to trade out of the first round, which breaks my heart every time.
Yeah.
All right, who is it?
I'm doing CJ Stroud number 1.
CJ Stroud number
I've
one.
been hearing
All
a lot Bryce Young. I think we'll know kind of closer to the draft what they're thinking.
right. I'm gonna make this easy on you. Tail of the tape. It's Stroud Young. It's not even hard. Young number 2 to the Texans. They're excited to bring the Bama kid.
Okay. Well, number 3, I'll take the obvious one. It's Will Anderson Jr.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hard to go against
Well,
that. And of course, you
oh,
go with number 4, though. You can go ahead and with number. Oh wait, you have a wait. Yours has a trade, doesn't
no.
it? Why does? Okay, yeah, mine has for some reason the Colts still number 4.
Oh, no, mine has the Colts at number 4
Oh,
too. I'm on
never
3.
mind. 5. Yep. Sorry.
So yeah, I'm gonna do Will Anderson at number 3.
All right.
That good with
I
you?
think yeah. I think the Colts right now at number 4 are ecstatic.
Mhm.
I think Will Levis comes off the board here at 4.
Yeah, no, disagree. He barely has to change his uniform.
Exactly. I think he loves it. He's a big, tall guy, like 6'4". And like I said, when I watched the tape, I was actually more impressed than I thought I would be.
Yeah, and the top 4 is kind of easy on the draft, right? At least we
I
think
agree.
until it's all messed up as soon as it starts.
Yeah.
So number
right.
5, obviously, in this situation, I'd want to trade back if I was the Seahawks, but I'll go.
Agreed.
I'll go Tyree Wilson, edge rusher out of Texas Tech.
And I've seen a lot of good medical news from Tyree Wilson in regards to Tyree Wilson. Like people really think that foot's going to be good to go. I agree with Exotic. Will Levis just feels like a Colt quarterback. I see it, man. I think Jim Irsay is going to be so excited. I think he found Andrew Luck.
Like I said, you already saw what he looks like in their uniform, basically just one shade off, I think. All right, who you got at 6? This is when it starts getting tough.
This is when it gets tough.
And
I've seen a lot of DB picks here, to be honest with you. I'm thinking here. It's too high to take a wide receiver. They definitely could use another guy to bring to that line. Oh, Kalijah Pouncey's popular pick. I think they take Devon Witherspoon. I think what I've read is that he is so not dependent on any scheme. He can run zone, he can run man. I've seen a lot of people, and I think they're going to continue to overhaul that secondary because it's going to be a deep draft for edge rushers.
Okay, this is where I think the Raiders take Anthony Richardson. I don't know why.
Really, you think it's going to happen?
I don't know why I'm on that.
I could see it though.
Yeah, like I said, he's an athletic guy, right? And that's what the Raiders are into.
All right.
So
put on my thing. Anthony Richardson comes off the board. That leaves the Atlanta Falcons. I almost called the Atlanta Seahawks. Got too much crown in me already. All right. Of course, I see this pick potentially heading to the Ravens in a deal for Lamar Jackson. It's something I wanted to explore too, potentially if it was too bad and the Ravens were willing to accept more later picks instead of the second first round pick. I think technically Lamar can sign the tag and then work a trade, but I'm not positive on that. And I somewhat could see that happening. So instead of 2 first round picks, maybe 1 first round pick, a player, and because again, we need a lot of picks here. But all right.
I couldn't imagine giving him up anything less than 2 first round picks and a player.
Exactly. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call I think this might be too high. It might be a stretch here.
Okay.
But if I'm looking at the Falcons,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're set on like wide receivers for right now. I think they don't need a quarterback. I think they take Brian Breesy.
Oh, really?
I mean, Jalen Carter's right there.
That's I
But
don't know.
I don't know if they really need interior. Like
Well, the thing is, he's a hell of a player, right? I don't think
exactly.
I don't think I'd want to keep him in the state of Georgia with all those
Mm,
off the field issues.
you're not wrong though.
I think I'd want to get him away from
Of course,
Georgia.
I could see Atlanta trading down here as well. I mean, this could be our first wide receiver coming off the board potentially as well. I
Yeah,
think actually I might head that route. I think I'm going to load up with Drake London. I'm going to bring Jackson Smith Najiba off the board there at number 8.
good. I didn't.
I think he's just his injuries scare me, but he's clear, dude. His potential.
Yeah, and that's what scares me about him too. I think we can't let Jalen Carter slip any further.
I agree. I think I think the Bears are ecstatic about this. I think
Yeah, because a lot of people had him going number 1 a month ago to the Bears.
and of course
Already.
I could see the Lions instead of going corner, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I think again the charges scare a couple play people, and I think the Bears are willing to take that chance, like you think.
yeah.
Eagles. This pick is traded. There's no Eagles don't pick here. I'm telling you that right now. Like,
Okay.
but again, it's a really hard one here to pick. They have a lot of different holes. Again, all right. Again, with the pick being traded, I'm gonna call something crazy here again. And again, your chat might roast me.
That's fine.
Brian Branch, safety from / corner from Alabama.
No, that would make sense.
I think he fits the role so well that's left by, what's his name?
CJ Gardner Johnson.
Yeah. I think it fits. I don't think they're scared about his 40 time.
This is the Tennessee one. I think is kind of a little bit easy. I think they go with Peter Skoronski just to fill the void that Taylor Lewan left.
Yeah, I think they're again happy about that pick. I've seen a lot of talk about him being converted to a guard, but I think he fits as a tackle.
I hope they want him to fit, or I think they want him to fit as a tackle. But yeah,
they need him to.
But yeah, no, I'll go with him. All good on that. I'm not crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think at all.
All right.
Texans on the clock. They got their quarterback of the future here.
Yeah,
they're D'Amico Ryans. I don't know what defense to expect out of that. I think they would have loved Witherspoon here as well. With that being said, I think this is where Kalijah Kancey comes off the board.
Yeah,
I think they really want that interior pass rusher.
Yeah, and no, I can't argue with that. I think the worst pressure a quarterback feels is the one that's coming right down the middle.
I agree on that.
And
there's been a lot of Aaron Donald comparisons to him.
Yeah, especially coming from Pitt too, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the Jets are kind of a weird one. They don't need a cornerback. They have 2 really good corners already. Maybe they.
Of course, what is Aaron Rodgers trade going to be?
Yeah, exactly. That's another one of these weird ones, right? But
I'm excited to see which direction you go here.
It's so weird.
I feel you on that.
This is another one. I don't think they're going to have this pick by the time the draft comes. But this is where I could see. This one's hard. I'm just kind of winging it. I could.
You want my pick? I think they need that tackle. So I actually saw a stat. I don't know how true this stat is. Packer fans could tell me if I had any of my Packer people here. I saw Aaron Rodgers every year for the past 2 years, his pressure rate in the pocket actually went up, which I don't know how true that is. Aaron Rodgers wants his offensive line to be solidified. I think they go with a tackle here. And I
Paris
think
Johnson.
I think that Ohio State kid's going to be the pick for them easy.
Yeah, or I don't like I said, I don't think they're gonna have this pick because I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
they're gonna give up. But yeah, if in that world if Aaron Rodgers is on there. I'll just switch to the evens now since we
Heard.
did that, right? I could see I really could see this Nolan Smith going to the Patriots.
Ooh, I could kind of see that a little bit. Of course, I could see this pick getting traded back somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a couple like Christian Gonzalez still being on the board, the corner. I could see someone coming up for him. Trying to see like who else I think really Broderick Jones. I could see someone because the tackle run kind of started there.
Yeah. No, I think the Patriots just trade away a tight end, right? Or did they just sign a tight end?
They traded one away, but then they got Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins, who I actually kind of like.
Okay, that's fine. Let's just go Luke Van Ness.
And I've seen him climbing boards, like
yeah, because when we first started doing it, or when they first started doing this, he was kind of a late first round pick. Now I see him as kind of like a mid. Some even have him in the top 10.
And I think he's a Belichick guy. I don't think like he had some good combine numbers, but I think in some drills he looked weird. But I think like just Belichick's going to pair him with Judon, and they're going to have a lot of success because his tape is good. So I have the Packers.
Yeah, you got the Packers.
Oh, I'm excited about this. So this is tough. So when I played GM of the Packers, I took a wide receiver. And right now, other than Jackson Smith, I have everyone. But I also predicted the Packers to be way more aggressive in the tight end free agent market. So that concerns me a little bit. I really don't like taking a tight end this high.
I don't know. I think he might be worth it, though.
I'm telling you, someone who played tight end, a tight end is a quarterback's best friend. Like,
yeah, especially when you got a young guy, right?
So it becomes which one, wide receiver or tight end? I think the Packers go wide receiver just to spite Aaron Rodgers slightly as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because also they lost Lazard. That's going to hurt.
And
I think they'll be able to catch a tight end later. I think there's a lot of good skill players still available. I think these tight ends are going to slide.
So you think Quentin Johnson, or do you want Zay Flowers?
Oh, I'm looking at it.
You can look at there.
I think it's going to be Quentin Johnson. Yeah, I had to think about I didn't think it was going to be Zay. I actually had to think about Jordan Addison for a minute. I like
right.
But I think the other guys are a little too much more of mold fits. Zay, though, might be a steal. Oh, Washington, another weird one. Like,
let's just go Christian Gonzalez to get him off the board. I think somebody trades up earlier and gets him, but I think he's definitely on that.
Yeah, I kind of feel you on that. I will 100% agree just to fill them because, again, no way Christian Gonzalez is here at 15. So one of these people, like the Texans right there at 12 with Kalisha Pansy, I think they'd be ecstatic to trade down. Again, we talked about the Patriots. Packers could even trade down. Eagles. I mean, again, someone's going to trade down. Like Brian Branch is not going to go at 10. He's going to go wherever the Eagles trade down to. But so I have Steelers.
Say the Packers trade. Okay. I just thought of this when I was looking at this.
Exactly. This is no-brainer. Right? Yeah.
So say the Packers have 13 and 15, right?
Okay.
They package that to Arizona at number 3, and they take a quarterback.
Ooh, I mean, it could happen. Like,
that's the thing. They're not that confident in Love, but I think they want to see what Love can do.
What I hate is all the analysts that are so pro Lamar are all of a sudden so anti all the other young quarterbacks in the draft. Like they never mentioned that. I'm like, hey, you got no faith in any of these guys? Are you serious right now? Or Because again, like, would you rather take CJ Stroud and have him on a rookie deal for 5 years, or give Lamar Jackson the biggest contract in the NFL history and tear a team down around? I love Lamar, but I think it's just time for him to go to Atlanta and us to go probably draft Stetson Bennett this year, and then maybe go get a good quarterback next year.
You're up, dude.
All right, this is no brainer at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
All
no.
the stars have aligned. Joey Porter Jr.
And I kind of kept him off the board just because, I don't really like the Steelers very much, but it'd just be cool to see him play for the Steelers.
Mhm. I think again, all the stars align somehow here because again, Christian Gonzalez is not going to be on the board, and I mean maybe some of these guys go corner. I've seen a lot of Patriot picks if they stay at 14 going corner and pairing them with Jones on the other side. You know what I mean? So I could see that.
And
I don't know.
I think at 18 here, okay, I think, Dan Campbell's a tight end. He was a tight end. They picked the best tight end on the board. It fills one of their needs. I think this is where Dalton Kincaid goes if he is still on the board. And I know we look like total losers right now just going, but whatever. I think this one does make sense.
It's one of those ones, again, like at this point, you look at the wide receivers versus the tight ends because, of course, that's what they need. Let's make that high-powered offense even more high-powered, Maybe you go with like one of those tackles, but I kind of agree with you. It makes a lot of sense there.
Yeah, especially a head coach that was a tight end already,
Mm-hmm.
This one's a weird one because this one, all of these guys on this board, I can see going to.
I know, like for real, like case point, just the 3 defensive: Brian Breesy, Nolan Smith, Myles Murphy. I see all 3 as good fits here. I see Nolan Smith as Lavonte David's future successor.
He's more of an edge guy, though. Right?
I don't buy it, man. I don't buy his edge potential. He's listed as an edge. I think he's a little too small.
Yeah, I guess he is 6'2", 238.
That's why I'm like, he's a little small in my opinion, but dude, man, flies. I think he would actually succeed. Like, I think he's one of those ones. He can play a 4. He's so fast. He can play 4-3 coverage as an outside, but also be that 5th guy. You just load up extra on one side, and he's a tweener is what he is. Like, but again, you can line him up in the middle, and he can blitz up the middle really well, from my understanding. Like, and I think a lot of teams are salivating at that idea. So right here, 19, I think it's Nolan Smith.
No, I feel you on that.
I think he's just too athletic. I think they got Baker Mayfield. They're gonna have to build a team around defense. But like, I could see any of those guys going.
Okay. Well, we got my Seattle Seahawks here at 20. Right. And I think I'd love to go Bijan right here, but I don't think that's true.
Hey, I wonder why you don't like the Steelers. I respect the Steelers though. Like I said, I want the Steelers to be good. Iron sharpens iron. When they're at their best, we're at our best.
I don't mind the Steelers. After we won a Super Bowl, it's kind of like you forget about all that stuff, right? Well, you don't forget about it, but it seems less important once you actually won one. So, but God, we took edge already. I mean, you can never have too many edge rushers. I heard somebody arguing that about the Seahawks. I think it was today. They're like, oh, but the Seahawks already had Darrell Taylor and Nwosu. Guess what? The deeper your edge rushers and defensive line is, the better off your team is.
You always can use more edge rushers. Which one are you going with? I'm interested.
Myles Murphy.
Ooh, okay.
He's kind
I really thought you were going to go Breesy. Huh?
No, he's kind of bigger too, 258. He can play a little bit inside.
Do you know Breesy? Breesy right there, 298.
Yeah, and he's more of an inside.
Yeah, he is more of inside.
It was between the two of them.
Because of course Wilson's more at the edge.
Yeah, like 100%. That's what he's going to be coming off as.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just go Myles Murphy here.
Okay. I'm
He a
excited for
lot
that.
of the time last year, I saw that he was actually,
That's scary. That's scary. Miles Murphy on one side and Tyree Wilson on the other side. Because
yeah, and he
who
got
was y'all's free agent signing that was an edge rusher? Arden? No,
he's not an edge, he's more of an interior,
like
like
298 guy kind of as well, right?
yeah, Draymond Jones. He's
Mhm.
kinda he'll be like 3 technique just
Yeah,
outside of the guard
yeah, I
there. So,
like it.
yeah, we're completely overhauling our defensive line, maybe they just continue,
That's
so,
scary. All
but
right,
yeah.
21. Do you want to do 21? So I'll do 22.
Oh, yeah, duh. I'll just go Deontay Banks, they need a cornerback.
Yeah, yeah. Baltimore is so sad to watch that happen.
Yeah, I
They,
was gonna say Maryland guy, right? I think
yeah. But I totally like at this point, like again, the Chargers need some defensive help a lot. I think that's the last like really top level corner, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Cam Smith's still on the board, which I think you had him going to the Ravens in your first mock draft.
yeah, right down there.
On the clock, my Ravens. I mean,
God, there's some of these names that I thought were gonna be ranked a little bit higher, like this Osiris Torrance. I could see him going later first round.
yep. See, it's one of those ones. For some reason, like guards aren't as valued highly first round as much as tackles are.
No, and I get it's a pass first league, so
Mhm. This is edge so difficult. So it says edge. Baltimore's no way taking an edge right here. And well, edge in the sense that in a 3-4 defensive end, so like a 298, 300-pound edge player,
mhm,
kind of like Breesy a little bit, because that's what Calais Campbell was.
mhm.
But so all right, we have two guys. We have Broderick Washington, Justin Motabike. I don't know if you heard of them. Both really good guys. They really everyone thought Motabike 2 years ago was going to be the breakout like defensive player of the year for some NFL analysts. Never happened, but he played really good this past year. We also drafted Travis Jones out of UConn the previous year. Really good stud. So that's like the starting three now.
Mhm.
Um, kind of with Calais Campbell gone. And then, of course, we have David Ajabo, who was a top 15 pick prior Achilles tear on one edge. And then we have Owe, our former first round pick on the other side. So, like, starter wise, edge doesn't make a lot of sense here.
But like we talked about, you can never have too many of them.
Yeah. Again, I think Baltimore, of course, trades this pick.
Yeah.
Of course, there's Deontay Banks was the one I wanted the most.
I figured. I saw Maryland and I was like, oh, he probably wanted him.
But I see that, like I said, I see that kind of happening a little bit. I think this goes wide receiver. Man, I don't want Zay Flowers. I think this is going to be Jordan Addison.
Okay.
I think he kind of fits the same mold as Rashad Bateman. Oh my God, I can't talk. Rashad Bateman, but
Mhm.
I think it works. We already
And they
have
need
two smaller
weapons. They
guys.
need weapons on the outside. So I
Like,
mean, obviously, I don't follow them as close as you, but you have Likely and Andrews.
yeah, we have tight ends. We have tons of small slot guys, but like other than Bateman, like
Mhm.
everyone else is like sub 6 foot essentially. Like, and that's again, we need a bigger guy. Quentin Johnson would have been nice. I was trying to see. I know there's a way on this to sort by position, but I didn't. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think Zay Flowers is just too small, and Jalen Hyatt's not that guy yet.
Yeah.
So, Jordan Addison.
No, I got you. And I think that's an easy part for Breesy to come off. I mean, look at him. If that doesn't scream Minnesota, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, right? You're not wrong though. And I think they're ecstatic that he's still on the board, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a bigger guy. He fills a need, obviously, D lineman. So I don't see him going for a receiver in the first round. I really don't. I could be totally wrong, but
I mean, maybe they take Zay Flowers, but Brian Breesy, I think, is one of those last like really elite potentially players other than Bijan Robinson, which it's just then about taking a quarterback in the first round.
Yeah.
But so you're
Yeah.
taking Brian Breesy?
Yeah.
Feel it. Jacksonville's on the clock. Ooh.
And didn't they lose their left tackle? I don't know why.
Yeah, to Kansas City.
Yeah, under needs it doesn't have tackle. I could see one of these two tackles going there.
Mhm.
I mean, it's up to you what you
Oh,
pick.
God, this is tough. Like, I haven't done my homework on Anton Harrison. I'm
Yeah, I
trying to
know,
remember
but
drill paperwork. Hmm.
yeah. I mean, it looks like Broderick Jones has been pretty steady.
And that's what
right?
I was thinking, Broderick, just based off what I know about him. And
Yeah,
see,
I'm
I've
looking-
actually heard a little bit about Broderick being able to be moved to a guard, actually, as well. Which, of course, it says they need interior help.
Yeah, and look at who we practice against every day.
Hmm. I mean,
Those
exactly.
are NFL players. That Georgia defense. Those are
Yeah,
NFL.
I'm going
players.
to take Broderick there for sure. I think he just fits somewhere along that line and he'll do well. I mean, this could be where Osiris Torrance comes off the board.
Yeah,
My
it could
question
be.
is this, where are the centers? Like,
I think that's a really weak class for centers. I think John Michael Schmitz is his name.
yeah,
don't
him
even
and there's Luke Weipler, Joe Tittman, and John Michael Schmitz. Or looks like they're the top three and by a good amount. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
still
yeah.
excited about our center, Lindenbaum. Lindenbaum,
Okay.
like, bro, they literally, the Baltimore scout said he was the best center he'd seen out coming out of college in 10 years. Like, pure center. And he played well. He played well. I mean, I'm so excited about him. Hopefully, our next future Hall of Famer. Well, offensive lineman.
Let's go center here. It fills a need.
Oh, the Giants. Who are you going with here?
Weipler. We'll just go the.
Oh, the Ohio State lineman.
I kind of like this guy's look though. I like the mullet.
I know, right? He kind of looks like a. I think Coach Dabble will love him.
Yeah, Dable. He kind of looks like Dable with hair. Look at his
Exactly.
face.
That's how it's like, bro.
Yeah, no, we'll go with the Ohio State guy.
I like it. Cowboys on the clock.
The Cowboys, I can see him taking a receiver in the first round every year just because Jerry Jones is running that team.
Mm-hmm.
But Bijan's still on the board, but I think they want. Well, you can never have too many running backs.
They tagged Pollard for a reason. They want him to be the future, and they still actually haven't shut the door supposedly on him Zeke coming back.
I thought he signed with Philly, or was that an April Fool's thing? Right?
That was probably an April Fool's thing.
You sure?
I don't know.
Watch, I'm just a total idiot right now and fall for stuff like that.
Man, who comes off the board here?
Totally April Fool's. Totally.
I really don't know here. You know,
I could see.
kind of. All right, I'm gonna call. This is where I'm calling him coming off the board. I think Osiris Torrance comes off the board right here to the Dallas Cowboys. I think they lost. I think they lost an interior offensive lineman, and I think they want to get back to running the ball better. I think it's gonna be a weird call here, but.
And this is where I think Bijan goes if he's still available to this point.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, imagine Josh Allen back there with Bijan.
It's hard to not go that, to be honest with you. Like, I agree. Oh, that leaves my rival, the Cincinnati Bengals, here at 28. They lost Hurst. I can see. Oh, yeah, this is where Michael Mayer comes off the board right here at 28. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah,
How
because
about
they
that?
need. Go.
I'll pick him, but how about Sam Laporta? I heard a lot about him, but they don't have him really.
Yo, he's a little small, 6'3".
Yeah, early on day 2, I think. But yeah, no, I'll take Mayer.
I think it just makes a lot of sense.
I kind
And
of hope this pick right here gets traded just because I think pure comedy. This is like this pick number 29 in this draft originally belonged to the 49ers, and it was the last pick in the Trey Lance deal. So then it went to the Dolphins, and then the Dolphins traded it to the Broncos for Bradley Chubb, and then the Broncos traded it to the Saints for Sean Payton. So this pick has changed hands before the draft a numerous amount of times. I'd like to see it get traded one more time, just because.
for real, just to add to the.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
Derek Carr. They brought back Thomas. So who are you taking here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Ah,
I'm just kind of winging these at this point. I think once we passed about 22, 23, I think I've been kind of winging them. So
it does get a little harder this one because again, there's going to be so many trades going on right now. But one of the things I don't know if you've seen Emmanuel Forbes, the corner. What scares me, dude, I think it says he weighed in at 166 pounds as a corner. That is tiny, bro.
wow, yeah, I see that.
Like, I don't care how good a coverage you, bro. When 230-pound Derrick Henry trucks your ass, you're gonna be out for the season.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
think
I'm
I'm gonna go with
terrified of
this.
that player.
Mozzie Smith,
Okay.
big guy. He can play nose too.
I wanted to know if Cam Smith. I think he's known as a man guy, so he won't work down there. I wanted Cam Smith, but I just think like it doesn't work with the system.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Mozzie though,
Yeah,
I like it though. I like it.
yeah. Who you got the Eagles taking?
All right, Eagles. They really wanted, uh, what's his name to be here? Who we took earlier, Bijan.
Yeah, no, that would make total sense as well. I think Bijan could fit in just about any team that's drafting in the first round.
And he's going to be one of
Or
those ones so coveted towards the end of that round. Like
all 32 teams. Actually, I lied. Not any team drafted in the first round, just any team. So,
where is that man I'm looking for? I feel like I keep missing him. It's not him either.
oh, what position you got him taking?
It's going to be like, yeah. I think this is where, so his name, Adetomiwa Adebawore
Yeah,
from Northwestern. I think this is where he comes off the board. He's kind of like a tweener, 282, 6'2". I think they're going to like that they can move him around on that D line. Of course, they're kind of hurting after free agency a little bit.
yeah, they lost Hargrave.
And I think he's been climbing boards, and I think this is where he comes off the board.
Okay.
Because also I had them taking earlier Brian Branch, so addressing that corner safety. So I think they're going to, again, stack this defense and run it back.
Yeah. No, yeah. And they need to. They have a bunch of holes to fill on the defense. So this is where I think the second running back comes off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who, Gibbs?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I think
they're gonna get.
Honestly, I think if Zay Flowers is on the board, I think they are ecstatic. I think they take Zay Flowers.
Yeah, it was between the two, but I could really see. I think I'm kind of talking out of my ass a little bit, but it seems like McKinnon's been around for quite a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then who's their other running backs? Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's always hurt, right?
He does have some injury issues. He's solid. They do need a number one back. I agree with you on that a little bit.
I'm going to save this here. Okay. That'll be our mock draft 2.0. Usually it gives us grades. I was trying to see if.
I was about to Do I have to do all 2 rounds? Is that what it is? That would be
Maybe.
rough, but at the same time, I mean, I'm down to try it, but if you're still feeling okay, but like we might be picking out of our butts a little bit here.
Yeah, exactly. I know there's our picks. I don't see anything that's
Okay.
too head scratching, to be honest. I think Richardson, I made that pick to the Raiders. I think it's head scratching when you think about it, but I don't think it is for who the organization is.
Mhm.
I don't really know if Jalen Carter is going to fall that far.
I know. I've seen some mock drafts where he falls top 15, but I also read a report earlier he's not even visiting teams outside the top 10 picks, which
Yeah,
I'm like, how awkward it'd be if he did fall out of top 10.
dude, and it's like, come on. It
I
just
know. I
seems
don't
like
like
it's
trades
one
like
thing
that.
after another with this guy. I just
Mhm.
and it sucks. Like
That's a
I've
warning flag to me slightly. Like, I don't know. I don't like that character.
well, I've kind of told everybody. So like the car crash, kids mess up, right?
Yep.
And kids are always going to mess up. That's what happens. But with the pro day thing, the pro day thing really bugged me more than anything with Jalen Carter.
Mhm.
Say he showed up to his pro day and did a phenomenal job, like you're supposed to at the pro day.
Yep.
I'd have no problem picking Carter at 5, but it's those little things that keep stacking up on top of each other.
Exactly. Like, I just feel like it's red flag slightly after red flag. Like, what if the dude wanted his stock to drop? Like, he didn't want to go to one of those teams at the top.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, that's a lot more money. I mean, we're talking about 1 to
You're
5. I
not
mean,
wrong, though. You're not wrong.
millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sorry, I'm just looking at the chat.
No, you're fine.
I think we said, "What up, WWE and AEW fan? What up, exotic soy sauce, Stevo? Thanks for stopping by. Look what Texans did. Andre, JJ Watt, and Hopkins.
By the way, Jalen Carter did visit the Bears on Monday, apparently, according to Ian Rapport of NFL Insider. So he's confident. He said he will go inside the top 10. So I think the Bears think this might happen.
I mean, yeah.
The Cowboys are hosting Zay Flowers. And apparently Jalen Wyatt. And and of course, another linebacker that we missed going early, probably Trenton Simpson from Clemson. I completely missed him too.
I don't know much on him. I also want to say shout out Brian Culp. If you're not following Brian Culp, go ahead and follow him. I went on a show last Sunday. Really cool, down to earth guy. He's super cool. But yeah, man, it's just such a crapshoot.
Jacksonville Jaguars are bringing in Cam Fleming, the offensive tackle, for a free agent visit. So that's something too. Like, case in point, I don't know if we had them taken.
Who was that?
The Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, we had them taking tackle Broderick Jones. So they're bringing in Cam Fleming for a free agent visit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I just hope somebody really trades up to the Cardinals. I hope the Raiders or the Falcons or
maybe the Raiders are hosting Levis, by the way, for a visit.
Yeah, maybe they trade up to 3, take Levis, and the Colts are like, oh, what do we do?
And that really could happen. I could so see that slightly happening.
Mm-hmm. The Colts are like, I don't want Richardson. And then the Raiders are like, oh, but I want Richardson. So I'll trade to you there. And then the Seahawks are like, okay, yeah, we'll take Will Anderson Jr.
Another sneak pick. Apparently, the New Orleans Saints are going to be hosting the Hendon Hooker from Tennessee. They've got pick number 29. And like we talked about, it's kind of the trend. Grabbing Hooker, letting him sit 1 year or 2 behind Derek Carr, basically, for New Orleans.
And that's say a team likes Hooker, right? Or say a team likes any player that's kind of a border second, first round pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with them trading up to number 31 with Kansas City just for the 5th year option.
Exactly. That's how you do it. And that's why, I'd have to look at the Derek Carr contract, But of course, we know they're having to deal with some cap situation. They could be competitive for a year with Derek Carr, let Hooker sit behind him, potentially cut Carr next year, saving a massive amount of cap money. I don't know if that's true or not. I'd have to look at the contract, and and then move forward with the rookie contract, that rookie QB contract. Like, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
And
Actually,
I don't know why more teams don't do that. Just trade up into the late round instead.
that's what the Ravens did with Lamar.
Yeah.
Like,
shout out David McNiner. What's happening, dude?
yeah, how you been, man?
Sorry, I didn't see you last Friday. I was on a little vacation there, so I'll make sure to be on the call-in show next Friday. Corey Davis says, like Brian Culp says, hit that like button and subscribe. But yeah, shout out Corey too.
If Derek Carr is cut in 2025, just cut, there is a $40 million cap saving. If he's traded even next year, out of the 2024 season, they can save $30 million. And I don't know if he has a no trade clause this time or not. But so this is basically Derek Carr's deal is a 2-year deal, basically, is what it is. So
yeah,
the bridge quarterback.
Geno Smith, it's a 1 to 2 year deal. Basically, I mean, we can cut bait with him after this year and be completely fine. So, but yeah, man. Anything else you want to talk about, or?
Got all these Niner fans in the chat.
Those are my friends. They're all super cool.
I know.
They show up and show out. So
I was wondering about their potential of trading up. Honestly, I was looking at their draft chart and because they have 11 picks total, but 3 of them coming in pick 104 or 9. Yeah,
a 99.
No, not 99. Yeah, I was looking on the draft trade charts, a value of 104. Yeah, then the 2 compensatory picks, basically. I don't know, man. That's a lot of lower draft ammo. Case in point, my Ravens are going to be looking for more late draft ammo.
Yeah, it's just we'll find out. Like I think we talked about, we're going to do a big draft day party in here, so that should be super fun.
I know. I'm excited. The only way I'm not coming to draft day, basically, is if I'm actually at the NFL draft.
I want you to stream from your phone too if you're actually.
Oh, dude, if I am, trust me, I'm gonna find a way not only stream. I'll have my GoPros on and
look like an idiot with a
bro.
bunch of cameras.
I'm telling you, if I go to the NFL draft, my man, I'm gonna do so much research on what every NFL executive from these teams looks like. You're such and such from the Seahawks. Teams. What? I'm just trying to eat pasta. Who you drafting, man? My mock draft says this. My stream says this.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you got anything planned for the rest of the week, or?
Dude, I keep trying, but between work, school, and a couple other things going on, I've been so slacking on my channel that I need to do better. I need to so badly. I think I have a little bit of too much ADHD. I try to do too many things at one time.
Oh, Corey wants to know where to find you at. One sec. I will show you right now. Corey, it's Darwin's Raven on YouTube.
Yeah, I should be live as well on my channel.
And I should I'll put a link in the description.
Oh my God.
I kind of didn't even think about that for a long time until I asked somebody. I was like, oh shoot, do you mind if I can put the link in your description? They're like, no, you're supposed to do that. And I was like, oh, okay, that's my bad.
I probably should have put it in mine because I can I can put it to yours actually in my description as well, I think.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna pop off of here and
yeah, I know you
we'll
said
hit it next Monday with some more groundbreaking NFL draft coverage.
Yeah, man, I'm hoping we're gonna have a clear idea here. What is next Monday technically? Oh wait, next Monday is Easter. Are you gonna be doing it on Easter? Is it Easter on next Monday?
Easter Sunday.
Oh, not Easter. What is it? Isn't there something on Monday? I'm losing my mind.
410.
I guess so.
410 day.
410 day, bro. Yeah, you don't know about 410 day?
No, just the day after Easter. I mean, if you're down, we'll just try.
Yeah, I'm down for that for sure.
All right. Well, hey, tune in
Yeah.
next Monday, and then want to give a little plug to Ryan at No Border Sports. I'll be on his channel Wednesday, and then he does a call-in show on Friday. I'll be in on that. And make sure you subscribe to Corey Davis with a K. It's Lockdown Corey Davis. And
What
go
a
subscribe
platform.
to Lawrence at Platform 246. Everybody go subscribe to everybody. That's basically my thing. Most of the people in this chat have the channel, so just go follow each other.
Yeah, I ran down the list the other day myself. Just subscribe.
But yeah, man. So this week should be good. Hopefully, we'll get some more info on Lamar. Hopefully, we'll get some more info on Rodgers, and those two big dominoes should really give us a much.
Where's DeAndre going? Like,
oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Like, there's just so much.
I'm honestly kind of hoping the Rodgers trade gets done on draft day.
I feel like it might, but like we talked about, like, according to like Over the Cap, I mean, I'm gonna check one more time.
I don't think they want to wait that long.
Exactly, they don't want to, but at the same time, I think the Packers, if I remember correctly, their hands are kind of tied with this. I'm checking like just to be sure here on this Aaron Rodgers thing. So if he's traded pre-June, they take no dead cap. No, they take a dead cap hit of $8.69 million this year. Whereas if they wait till after June, they gain $15 million in cap space. So it's one of those ones. If they take that dead cap hit now,
they could work out a deal and post dated, I'm sure too, right?
Potentially. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean the Packers are sitting kind of good right now. They've got 17 million, so it's not like a dead cap at 8 million would really hit them too hard, but
yeah, but it'd just be nice.
Exactly, and that's what, like, I think they're gonna kind of wait for this deal to get done, which only works in the Jets' favor.
Yeah. Or it falls through and the Jets look like idiots with pies on their face like every year. So
exactly, dude. Like, what happens if, like, all of a sudden there's like, you know what, we could do the Lamar thing and just do this easier and get a quarterback that's not going to leave us in 2 years.
But yeah, David McNiner is right. Corey Davis is the GOAT for sure.
Corey Davis is the GOAT. I dropped him for a little bit the other day.
Man, Corey's awesome. Always repping his Niner gear too every day.
Mm-hmm. Always.
But anyways, you guys have a good night. We'll see you next Monday. All right. Thanks for joining in on Monday Football Talk, on Seahawk Talk, and also on Darwin Ravens. So have a good night. Peace out.
Later, guys.